it to the cloud. If you're on Zoom, could you please turn your cameras on so we can interact with y'all? Welcome to our first meeting of the spring semester, and it's my last semester, so that's kind of sad. But you don't have to act sad. I'm going to go ahead and start by reading off the roll call. If you are here, please say here. If not, then you probably won't say here. All right. Senator Price, Senator Niet, Senator Manning. She just joined. Senator Manning.
Here.
Okay. Senator Vargas, Senator Waller, Senator Rojas, Senator Tran,
Present.
Senator McCain, Senator Ocampo, Senator McNamara, Senator Buchanan, Senator McQueary. Oh, he graduated? Gotta tell me. Senator Kirkby, Senator Gossett, Senator Kai,
Present.
Senator O, Senator Carnes, Senator McGinnis, Senator Holman,
Here.
Senator Santee, Senator Reed, Senator King, Senator Minnick, Senator McAdams, Senator Govea, Senator Harlan, Senator Black, Senator Mattern, Senator Khan,
Hello.
and Senator Okiki.
Here.
And Chief Justice Burleson. Awesome. Let me go ahead and put the agenda up on well, where's the pages? Hold on. I have a solution for this. Just got to work smarter. All right. Can y'all see that on Zoom?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Well, is anybody here for open forum? Awesome. Seeing none, we'll move right along to officer reports since speaker's podium is vacant. I know I had Dean Petit on the agenda, but unfortunately his daughter has an ear infection and she's 4, so that's the worst pain in the world for her right now. So he needed to be there. But he should be able to come to our next meeting. So if y'all have any questions regarding housing, obviously make sure that they're polite but pointed questions and be respectful. All right, we'll go ahead and move along to officer reports. So lately I've just been working on getting the ball rolling for the spring semester. There's a lot that I want to do, a lot that we have planned. A few of those things, or one of the big things that I want to do is a safety and accessibility walk. If y'all recall, we did me, Casey, and a few different departments did that last year. We walked around the UC and the BEP, but that was the only place we walked around. And trust me, I've walked this campus enough to know that there's far more things that could be listed as, or that needs to be fixed, or that needs to be looked at for being more accessible. Everything on campus is legally accessible by those standards, but there's always room for improvement. And I think this would be a good thing for every student government to do for multiple years. That way, if things don't get done, then future student governments could make a formal recommendation, eventually saying that this is something that we have been looking at multiple years. So I want to expand that out to our Senate. I want to expand that out to the distance campuses. I think it would be cool if each senator group kind of reviewed over their own college whenever we do that. all the residents, housing senators, for example, could review over their residents' facilities. But that's one of the things that I'm excited about. Another thing that Robert and I have mentioned before is something that we're going to maybe call the President's Chamber. That will basically just be a student org that consists of or that invites all the presidents of each student org on campus to kind of come together and collaborate with each other. Because I know that there's some orgs out there that don't know of all the other orgs that are out there. And so maybe there's room for more collaboration between those groups. And it could expand to something even greater than that. So who knows? But that's what we've been working on. I meet with President Calhoun on Thursday. So if there's something that you feel is pressing enough for me to go to speak to him about, please let me know. I will bring it up during our meeting. Also, tentatively right now, President Calhoun is going to come and speak to us at our January 31st meeting. So that will be a formal attire meeting. And at the subsequent meetings after that, I do plan to have Dwayne Morris eventually introduce himself. He is our Chief Business Officer and I think Executive Administrative. I don't know if that's the official title, but he deals with a lot on campus. So he would be a great resource to invite to student government and to ask questions. And yeah, that's mostly what I've been working on. So I'll go ahead and pass it right along to Vice President Bennett.
So I've been kind of doing the same, getting stuff ready to get the ball rolling here in this year. I've been working closely with Josh and Landry and Beverly on getting stuff together for midnight breakfast, because that's always our biggest thing. It'll be during homecoming this time around again, so it'll be exciting. And I'll go into details later on with that. And then I've also been working with Landry and Facilities Director Kraus to look into getting water bottle refill stations there in RBN, because they don't have any, and possibly also RBS. I'm not sure exactly how many there are in there too, but if y'all have anything like that, just bring it up to us, or if you want to do it as a senator project, go for it.
Treasurer Luna or Secretary Dix. Sorry, it's been a whole year since I've done this. That was a stupid joke. I'm sorry.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm sorry that I can't be there. I went to the doctor yesterday and I have acute tonsillitis, so kind of a little bit of a pain from that. But other than that, I've just been kind of getting back into the swing of things and getting on the social media, checking the website, and just preparing some social media posts for the year.
Awesome. Treasurer Luna.
Hello, everyone. I am so out of breath, so I've been trying to catch my breath. Ran inside, stuck at the DPS. Anyways, so really it's just been like answering emails. People have been asking how to request funds for SGAC. And so it's always like the same thing that I'm telling people. Just make sure that they're informed about it. No one has requested or submitted a request form just yet. So well, at least from last time I checked. So that's a good thing, because last semester, everyone was kind of like asking before we even started anything. And so I was like, but hopefully everything's a little bit better this semester, please.
Awesome. Chief of Staff Peters.
This past week, not much, just getting the updated constitution on the website and some rules committee, but that's it.
Cool. Awesome. All right, then we will go ahead and move right along to committee reports. I understand this is our first meeting and we have a whole week left behind this meeting pretty much. So if y'all's committee hasn't met, just say so. That's completely fine. But I'll go ahead and pass it off to events committee.
So we did meet today, 4:30. We're probably going to be doing it in 103 right next door from here on out. So if anyone wants to join in, please come. We always love it, extra input. We kind of looked over different events that are coming through that we have dates already set for. And then we were also looking at different ideas, different volunteer activities. And so if you ever have, even if you're not in the committee and you have any event ideas or volunteer activities or whatever you want to do with us, please reach out to me or come to events. We always love different ideas. So, yeah.
Awesome. Communications committee.
We have not met yet, and I also wanted to say, if you're in communications committee or if you want to be in communications committee, as of last semester, we met on Thursdays at 12:30. So just kind of let me know where you're at with that. That time still works for my schedule, but I know some other things that might have changed for you. So just let me know.
Yeah, and just to help make it easier on everybody too, once all the committee times are solidified, I'll send out just when every committee's meeting in the main SGA group me. Just because if you happen to be one of those individuals that if the committee time got changed and that doesn't work for your schedule, then we can find a committee for you to be on. All right, SGAC.
So SJC has not met just yet, but we will be tomorrow, Wednesday at 4. So if you're free and you want to help out with like budgeting stuff, I can send you the link if you're interested. Just email me or message me. But hopefully we get that settled, and then we'll be presenting that later.
Awesome. Rules committee.
We didn't meet because of the holiday, but this semester we're going to be doing Mondays at 1 p.m. So if you want to join, that's the time. That might change on said with the email. Yeah.
All right, cool. ESC.
We didn't meet yet either because of but we'll pick up our meeting next week. So
Awesome. Do y'all have a set time yet or no?
I'll have to see if the old time works.
Okay,
If not, we'll
that's
have
perfectly fine. The goal is to hopefully get the committee meetings rolling by next week. So if you're a chair, make sure try and get your time solidified by the end of this week if you can. But yeah. Okay, GSA has not met. Let's go ahead and move over to student voice reports. We're gonna do basically all of the residence housing. So Pines up first. And by the way, I chose we agreed on doing the residence housing student voice reports just because the idea was that probably everybody's moving back in. I know that the new selection system for housing for next year is in place. So I was just curious to try and see if there was any sort of feedback on anything that's going on there. If there's not and there's other things to report, that's great. If there's nothing to report, that's also great. But yeah, Senator Harlan.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that's been going on about difficulties with getting the form for housing for next year for Pines, but I know that over
The
when it
audio
was- Oh, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay. Yeah, problems with utilities, and also they had problems with when it was really cold. Like there was something with the water that just Pines was just not prepared to like handle it.
You mean like during this past time when it got cold? Like
Yeah,
they-
this
like
past
water
time.
heaters were not working or something, or
Yeah.
really? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't have any problems with it because I was not at Pines. But yeah, there and they took 3 months to respond to it. And then they responded over the break, and that person didn't check their email. And then they added a late fee onto it. So they just had problems with that. And people have also been having problems with maintenance and maintenance not notifying people when they're gonna show up and knocking really loudly on their doors at like 8 a.m. and waking them up. And also not informing them when they've been at the apartment and what they've done. Also, someone I know is having ant problems at Pines. And yeah. And I think there's more, but
You're more than welcome to keep going. I'm all ears.
yeah, that's all I have now.
Okay. This is just a quick question, Josh, but do you know if Pines uses the same maintenance that our other residents halls use? You don't know? Okay. Okay, cool. Well, Okay. Well, that sounds like paradise in New Pines right now.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and move on to let's go ahead and move on to Liberty Landing. Emma, do you mind sending me an email with or just a list of all the things that you
Okay.
mentioned, just so I can forward that to the
Yeah.
proper people?
Okay.
Okay, thank
Sounds good.
you. Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to Liberty Landing. You can just throw it. The microphone breaks. I guess we have to get new ones. Oh no.
Oh. Oh, not on mine. I really just have like exactly one question for you guys. You all received those text messages saying, "Hey, come out to this event," right? What are your thoughts on those? Be completely brutally honest. I want to know. So people who so for some context, students who live on campus, I think in the housing assignment process, people might have opted in to receive messages from your housing facility saying, "Hey, this is what's going on." What are your thoughts on this? I want to hear just okay.
The messages are fine. The problem comes when they send the same message 7 different times from different numbers, like 20 minutes apart. Like this morning, I woke up because my phone kept going off. It was like one after another. It's like there's a, and then they're like, "Oh, the pest people are coming," which is fantastic, but that's another problem. But I was like, "Hello, like what's happening? What did I like?" They're like, I think they're helpful, but not like spamming me.
Okay.
Personally, I think the unnecessary text messages are kind of obnoxious getting multiple. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like one well-structured email or one long ass text message would definitely be helpful. One long text message.
As an RA, we can't send long text messages, so we only have like 30 like characters. Also, we're told to send multiple message daily by our bosses and stuff like that to inform people about programs and stuff like that. And we do send emails like constantly, but because no one like opens them, that's why we started sending text messages more, as because we're trying to inform more people, and that's just has been the most effective way of communication is with the text messages.
Just to clarify, I wasn't knocking the program. I was just curious on people's opinions.
And does anybody else have a question? Okay, I'll go Senator McGinnis.
So I know there's multiple of us that our group me gets buried with different stuff, and you miss different things in group me. You get sent emails, it gets buried with every other email we get sent. Text messages have been one of the best ways for me to keep updated with those things, because whenever a text message comes through, I see it on my watch, I see it on my phone. With email or group me, I have to dig for those things, and I miss out on a lot of opportunities that way. So I personally, and I'm not sure if it's the same way with everyone else, but I personally do like the text messages.
Okay. Final comment.
I feel as though there should be like a way we could possibly opt out of getting all these text messages. Like if that would be able to be looked into in the future, like just having your name or your like number on a don't reach out list or something like that.
Alrighty, thank you. All of that is very, very informative. That's all I had for my report.
So no other questions at on?
Yes, I'll pass
Go
it
ahead,
on to
Senator Mattern.
You mentioned the application. I didn't even look at it this year because I knew when Andy said that seniors and like the lower or higher grades were going last, nobody was going to get it. I heard that it closed like a day before it was supposed to end. Like a lot of people are on the wait list right now. Which granted, there's a lot of apartments at Victory right now that are not open because of all the damage that happened during the freeze and all that kind of stuff. Like we have a random roommate right now because her apartment was completely flooded. I don't know if it's just my apartment or what. We always have RAs knocking on our door. Like the entire break, I don't think there was one day that an RA didn't knock on our door and come in. See, I don't know why they always come in there. I think there's an alarm in ours.
Do they do they announce a reason why they're coming in?
They've came in twice to look at an alarm that wasn't going off in our apartment. I feel like they could have just
Is it
messaged
maintenance
us.
RAs?
No, it's normal RAs, and then I think we've had one maintenance RA, maybe, but they've come in our apartment a lot. They're trying to get signatures right now, for I guess if you're staying in the room or not. I don't know. Yeah. So. Yeah, that's what I figured. But there's a girl that's like a temporary roommate. Apparently, she's gonna get kicked out if she doesn't sign the paper in like the next few days, which I thought was weird. But like, I don't know why they come to us to contact. Why wouldn't they reach out to her? I don't know. I thought it was weird. But other
Well,
than
it's
that,
possible that maybe like they've tried other forms of communication and she hasn't responded on those.
yeah, she's never there. But
But
yeah.
oh, okay, it's the what head. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that if they're going to send text messages out, maybe they should send text messages out regarding when they're going to show up to your specific.
At least for ours, for building 1, there's a group meet, and our RA is really good about telling us when she's
Okay.
like.
Yeah,
trying to
and
get
that's the other
something.
thing is it might be pretty anecdotal between
She-
different rooms and
Right.
RAs.
I'm coming by sometime today to get head and bed. Whatever the signatures. So if you're home, come sign in if you can.
Okay. Is Ron or Senator Carnes, are you an RA for Victory and Liberty? Do y'all, I'm sorry, I'm asking you a question, but do y'all have like a uniform like procedure basically for like if you're doing a head and bed check, like how you let somebody know, or is it just kind of like different by RA?
It's different by each RA.
Okay.
I know on mine, I just send a text message like, hey, I'm coming around. Then like for each facility is different, but we have a day that it's due,
Mhm.
and so we'll call that person like, hey, are you available? Because I need your signature to confirm your occupancy. Otherwise, the housing might take away your spacing.
Mhm.
But just to make sure people have moved in, because there is a lot of people in the wait list, and we're trying to get people in housing.
Mhm.
Because there's people who like just straight up and left and didn't tell anyone. That's like the main reason that we have those.
Okay. Senator McNamara first, and then go back to you.
So with the housing contract, I don't know if anyone can answer this, but for the nursing one, my roommate had to apply for it, and they only let you do it like it's like a year-round thing, which is great. Like if you're just starting the program, but she's already like in level 2, so she has to go back and cancel it. Like the semesters that she's not going to be here, is that like going to mess up anything with anything, whatever, because like a bunch of people are going to have to cancel a semester of that year-long contract, but she had no other choice but to do the nursing contract for some reason. Like it would only let her do nursing.
I don't, you can, okay. Senator Carnes has got you.
That's because all nursing majors got put into a certain facility because they're trying to have a nursing community. And so they only gave them one option. Generally by case basis, they will have to like cancel the contract depending on where they are in the system. But I believe it's Victory, like all one of the buildings in Victory, it's only nursing students. They didn't even get an option.
Return question by Senator McNamara.
So in like my case, like graduating at the end of the summer, am I going to be put with those other nursing people, even though I haven't signed up for summer housing yet? I'm sorry. I don't know if this is.
I'm trying to think. I
think, okay. So yeah, Andy's coming next week, hopefully. So maybe this is one of the questions that y'all can ask, but yeah, that's what he's there for, is to clear the confusion. So I wonder though if maybe a uniform procedure for announcing like how you're supposed to let people know that you're coming in for head and bed checks might be beneficial. That way it's consistent across all residence halls. Go ahead, Senator Maynard, and then I'll go to Chloe real quick, and then we'll go to O Hall.
Okay, this is probably something Annie can answer, but I don't know. I wanted, I guess, opinions. If we're in need of housing and there's a huge wait list, why are we still putting the cancellation fee on people that want to leave? I feel like it's easier, like it's more enticing, like, oh, I don't have to spend $1,000 to leave, so I'll leave, and then that opens up housing.
So this is my anecdotal experience, but I moved off from campus. I was enrolled for campus housing for this fall and spring semester, but I ended up moving off campus, and I was afraid that they were going to charge me. Well, I went to cancel, and they were fine with just waiving it because I was doing them a favor by getting off of the wait list and everything, because that opened up the door for other people to get in. So I think, and again, it's anecdotal for me, so I don't hold me to this or hold them to it, but I think they're very much more keen to not charge you for that if you are canceling the.
Okay, because I think my friend, Reagan, I
Mhm.
think she had to pay, and that because they broke after this past semester, and I think she had to pay.
Okay.
So I was going to see if that could be
I think
a
that
general thing. If we're helping them out, why do we have to pay?
right. I think definitely save that question for Andy.
Okay.
He might be able to give you their philosophy right now with housing backup.
Okay.
So go ahead, Chloe.
This is something I'll bring up to Andy too. But I talked to Senator O about this a little bit. But it's a problem that someone I know is having too. So in Liberty, I can't speak for the other housing. But in Liberty, they're blocking off spaces for athletes, which is all fine and dandy. But now there's being an issue, like they're forcing athletes to only live with athletes. Like one of my teammates wants to live with her roommates from last semester who are no longer athletes, and they're like not letting her. So, and
I think
Senator O, I don't know if she's there, but
as far as I know personally, I think that's more of the coaches trying to make sure that y'all are living in y'all's like kind of own committee or community, because y'all have so many practices in such a similar.
well, our coach doesn't agree with that. He's trying to fight
Okay.
it as well.
Okay. I also have an anecdotal
It's
experience
weird.
about this too, but anyway, I think Andy can elaborate more on that. But go ahead, Senator O, and then we'll go to Kina, and then we'll wrap this whole thing up.
Yeah, I'm having that same issue, and like I'm trying to room with a friend that's on the cheer team, and her coach is really okay with us rooming and doesn't have any issues with that. And like housing didn't really communicate this to us at any point. We'd signed up for like our room selection, created a group and stuff, and they just like randomly took her off, and then we had to kind of like contact them, and then they just made that, oh yeah, we're taking people that are not athletes off, and it was kind of like, y'all didn't tell us this, so yeah,
Okay.
it's a whole thing.
Interesting. Well, I think those are great questions. I wish I could give you an answer, but I think those are great questions for sure for Andy to answer at hopefully our next meeting, because I don't honestly know a lick about any of it. Actually, Senator Holman, go ahead.
So I'm speaking to a few people in the junior class that aren't able to get housing next semester. And because of that, since they live so far away and they don't think they'll be able to find apartments, they're considering actually transferring out of UT Tyler and going to another university. So I just kind of wanted to point some recognition on that we may be losing students.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very valid point. Quick comment?
Yeah, sorry. I don't
No, you're good.
discuss this next week, but the state
Okay.
We can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just repeat it. So the nursing students, if you were put in a roommate group with other non-nursing students,
you got kicked out of that when you signed up for housing and were put with other nursing students that you didn't know.
Hmm.
And no one told the nursing students that that was happening. So
Okay. Yeah. Again, I think it's a good question for, I wish I knew, I'm sorry, but, let's go ahead and move over to OHAL and then we'll move on to new business.
Hi, so I know last week everyone was moving in during the weekend and I feel like there was no problem with that. But I know we're still having trouble with the laundry. I was doing like laundry. And people didn't go down to like pick up their laundry and put it in the dryer.
Mm.
And so I was talking to Senator O, and we're going to try to get a meeting with Ms. Keys hopefully this month and try to come up with a system, probably like numbering the washing machines and like create a big giant group me with like the floors. So we could be like, hey, I'm going to do my laundry in this machine, or whoever's like has their laundry in this machine. It's kind of done. Like there's a lot of people that are like waiting in line to be able to
Yeah, that's
wash their
great.
clothes. And then I know today we had maintenance come in to clean out our air filters, but for my floor, I didn't get a message for that. So I know there's a lot of people sleeping on my floor, and it was around like after 10:30, they just came banging on the doors.
AM, right?
10:30 a.m. Sorry.
Okay.
And
Just making sure.
I know the people across from me, they were sleeping and they like knocked and didn't give them time to like get dressed or anything. So they like barged in. So I feel like there should be like a little bit more communication with the florist being like, maintenance gonna come at this time, like be prepared, whatnot. And then for me personally, I live in a duo or a double, and I still have an extra like bunk bed in our room, and it's taking up some space. And like I know my roommate keeps hitting her head on the like bars and everything. And I know Senator O had that problem and she like took it down, but OHAL won't take those beds out of our rooms. It's just like still there. So
Okay. Okay, so as a general rule, or not rule, but can each of y'all that mention something like a problem, can y'all all please just email me? And I'm gonna forward this to Andy and hopefully he can be able to comment on all of these topics and be prepared to just talk about what's been happening. Can we do that, please?
yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's all.
Perfect. I like the group me idea. That's nice. Hopefully that makes things more efficient and less confusing. All right. So we'll go ahead and move along to new business. We have a few senator nominations. So first I'm going to invite up Rena, if you don't mind. Rena, you are applying for the other Upine seat, correct? All right, awesome. So I am nominating Rena to the Upine seat. I just wanted to kind of give her an opportunity just to kind of introduce who she was. If you'll have any questions about maybe why she wants to get involved, then go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Rena. I'm a freshman undergraduate CAP student here, and I am studying economics and international relations as my majors. I wanted to get involved with SGA because I did a little bit of work within my district in high school and as well as like my high school in general with student council. So I kind of wanted to get back into it and work on advocating for other students as much as possible.
Awesome. Cool. Go ahead. Why UT Tyler, Senator McAdams?
So I was a CAP student.
Got you. You have a question?
okay, like what is like one fun fact or one thing that most people would be like, oh, interesting. Didn't know that about you.
Oh, I really love comic books. Like it's like a weird obsession. That's interesting, I guess. Not really.
What are you hoping to accomplish as a senator?
I'm hoping to try to help Hines residents because I know a lot of us have been suffering. So I'm trying to see if we can maybe implement some new procedures and maybe some policies, especially with like the maintenance stuff. And we've just got a boatload of problems. We'll get into.
I've heard. All right, awesome. Any other questions? All right. So what I'll do is I'm going to actually I know I said earlier that I was going to swear you all in at once, but I'm only swearing in 2 of you. So I'm going to actually invite Chief Justice Burleson up here to help swear in Rena for the Upine seat. So I know we're changing it up a little bit. Don't mean to scare y'all. Zoom. No, she's residence hall senator. So all I have to do is nominate. Yeah, that's right. I read the Constitution. All right. So you will just repeat after Chloe. The oath is right here. So where it says insert name, you will insert name. And then where it says insert position, you will say office of Senator for Upines. And then yeah. So just repeat after Chloe.
Okay, just repeat after me. I insert name.
I, Rena Bhatia.
Sorry.
My bad.
Okay, sorry. I insert name.
I, Rena Bhatia,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I shall faithfully represent
that I shall faithfully represent
the interests of the student body
the interests of the student body
of the University of Texas at Tyler,
at the University of Texas at Tyler.
and I shall dutifully uphold
I shall dutifully uphold
and preserve the Constitution and bylaws
and preserve the Constitution and bylaws
of the Student Government Association
of the Student Government Association
while ardently executing the office of insert position
the office of Upine Senator
for the student body at the University of Texas at Tyler.
for the student body at the University of Texas at Tyler.
Congratulations.
Always love more Upines representation. All right. Next up, we have Samoan Brown. She's a student in the College of Pharmacy. So she's going to introduce herself and feel free to ask questions. And then we will vote.
Hello, everyone. My name is Simone Brown. I'm a student of the College of Pharmacy. I want to be a part of the Student Government Association. A lot of us pharmacy students, we tend to live in that building. We don't typically branch off into the other part of campus. So I want us to better merge with this part of campus and take full advantage of the resources and opportunities and organizations we have over here and just not be confined to our pharmacy building. It's really easily, and I believe like nursing students can kind of vouch for this, to get stuck in your niche. So this will provide us with the opportunity to branch out. And for me as well, I have leadership roles over there and I'm a part of committees, so I can bring those qualities and attributes to this organization as well.
Awesome. Any questions? Here, I'll move the mic and you can stand up here.
So yeah, you mentioned or even like the new like med whatever program.
Yes, actually, I'm on a committee called Interprofessional Committee over there, and we are working on branching to the nursing building. I'm not sure if you're aware, but last semester we had a few flu clinics in the nursing building. So the nursing students provided flu vaccinations, and we as pharmacy students provided that counseling. So that is why I also want to be a part of SGA, is for the interprofessional communication and experience. Sure. I am the class president of my P1 class. I sit on the student, SSHP. We do a lot of abbreviations of this, so I'm sorry if I don't remember the full title. But I am a part of the SSHP committee. That one is a residency committee. And when I go into practice, I do want to take a part of residency, so that benefits me both ways. I'm a part of another organization called SNAPA, and we do community outreach. And another one is APHA, that involves policies changing with the bylaws of pharmacy, and it's just ever changing. And a few other organizations. I don't want to go on and on about it, but yeah.
Where did you receive your undergraduate diploma?
from Louisiana State University, Shreveport.
Okay, very cool.
Okay, do you have an interesting fact or fun fact about yourself?
Yes, you guys, it's crawfish season. I love crawfish. Last season, I ate crawfish from February all the way down to August. Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to be having it at this next homecoming, but we do have a crawfish boil. So, that should be fun for you. Well, for me too. All right. Robert, do you mind walking her out, and then we will all vote. And then we will walk you back in. You can stay. You're fine. Need like game music or something? Jeopardy, yeah. All right. Does anybody have any comments? I will say she's very involved.
So I like that she's very involved. I think it would like translate really well over here, and that she is another pharmacy student.
Yes.
Not undergraduate student. So
Yeah, it's always good to have graduate representation too, no matter what group. Awesome. Cool. Well, that being said, I entertain a motion to vote on the nomination of Simone Brown for pharmacy senator. All right. All in favor of confirming confirming Simone Brown for the Senate seat for College of Pharmacy, please raise your hand or do a thumbs up emoji. Oh, that's a new feature. Any opposed? All right. Well, yeah, if you wouldn't mind going and grabbing them and walking them back in, that'd be great. And everybody please applaud because we don't do any quiet senator confirmations here. All right. Well, it was an overwhelming, it was unanimous vote to confirm you. So if you wouldn't mind standing next to Chloe and raising your right hand and repeating after her. Here.
Okay. I insert name.
I, Simone Brown,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I shall faithfully represent
that I shall faithfully represent
the interest of the student body
the interests of the student body
of the University of Texas at
Of the-
Tyler,
of the University of Texas in Tyler,
and I shall dutifully uphold
and I shall dutifully uphold
and preserve the Constitution
and preserve the Constitution
and bylaws of the Student Government Association
and bylaws of the Student Government Association
while ardently executing
while ardently executing
the office of insert position
the office of Senator of Pharmacy. Okay.
for the student body
For the student body
at the University of Texas at Tyler.
at the University of Texas at Tyler. Got to go.
Well, welcome. If we happen to vote on anything at the end of this meeting, which I don't think so, but someone may surprise me, then you'll have voting power as of now. So I will go ahead and move oh yeah, I just kind of, there we go. All right. Advisor unless somebody has something for new business that they would like to discuss. Does anybody have anything for new business? All right, seeing none, we will go ahead and move right along to advisor comments from Josh Nieves.
All right. A few things. So I want to remind everyone it's good. Well, first off, welcome back. It's good to have our students back on campus. It does get kind of quiet and lonely when you are all gone. And so to see the campus back alive, it is very exciting overall. These last couple of weeks it's hard to believe we're already in the second week already. And so hopefully you had a great first week and are already settling into a new semester. So one of the few things on your voice reports, it is a update and report. I felt like today y'all became a lot of questions, a lot of debate almost. And so that type of activity would be best suited for new business. And so that way you can ask questions and have those conversations and debate. Really, when it's your turn to do voice reports, really focus on providing an update on what you did and what's going on as it relates to your constituents, because that's the update you're giving the entire Senate. The questions and debate should be reserved for new business and where you would start a conversation discussion. And that discussion will then lead to what is the necessary actions that the Senate is going to take to address those concerns. I do agree that a lot of concerns that were addressed today will hopefully be resolved next week when our Dean of Students is here and he can provide an overall update to housing as well as to address some of those concerns.
And the new executive director.
And the new executive director of university communities and who will oversee housing. So it will be good for them to hear some of those concerns so that way they can try to make improvements. Crawfish, I heard crawfish. Where'd she go? Yes. We are going to have still crawfish for homecoming. And so it is one of the best traditions very unique too, that UT Tyler has. And a lot of students, if you never ate crawfish, this is a great time to learn how to eat crawfish. And I agree, it's exciting to have the Fish College of Pharmacy represented, as well as more graduate students. And so I'm excited to have that support and connection with the P1 Council and the student representatives to be more active in student government. It's something student government's been wanting for quite some time. Let's see what else. Going through committees. The Parking Appeals Committee was a good reminder. If you are on a student government committee or a university committee, attending those committee, that's where the work gets done. You bring what you did in those committees to this meeting to provide updates. So make sure you are attending your committees, especially if they're university committees, because we don't want situations as the one that was described to happen. We want quick results on all of our committees on that. So other than that, welcome back. Have a great year. If you have questions, let me know.
Awesome. Cool. Just a few announcements. If you have not done so, or if you do not have one, if you do have one, please send your professional headshot over to Chloe. Her email is cdix@uttyler.edu. But we want to get those up on the website so we can show y'all's beautiful faces to whoever Googles UT Tyler SGA. Go ahead, Chloe.
Yes. So I've been trying to get these posts out for a while. So please, if you have not sent it to me, make sure you write this down or make a reminder. But I need a nice photo of you. And I need you to send me a short quote of why you joined SGA or what you love about representing your college. And next, so if you really don't have a nice photo of yourself that you think that you'd be comfortable posting on the Instagram, come dressed in nice attire next meeting, nice as in what you wear on a regular meeting is fine, and I'll take the headshot for you. So just get that to me ASAP. Been needing those, so thank you.
And then after you do that, make that your LinkedIn profile and then connect with me on LinkedIn because I'm trying to get to 500 plus connections. And Robert and Beverly and Adon and whoever else has a LinkedIn. All right. Another thing, we've kind of talked about it a little bit, but the Cowan Center is trying to get more turnout for their events. We also have an ad hoc committee that needs to meet to help give feedback as to who they would like to see at the Cowan Center. But I just thought I would mention two events that are happening soon. One's the Doo-Wop Project, which is on January 24th at 7:30. And the other one is Doris Kearns Goodwin at 7:30 at the Cowan Center. You should go if you're a history major or if you like history, because Doris Kearns Goodwin is like a celebrity historian. So I'm also a nerd, so I'm probably one of the only people that knows about her. But she's really cool, awesome speaker. So definitely go out and do it. Senator of the Week. Oh, you all got wrecked. Get pranked. The camera's right there. Yeah, absolutely no one, because this is the first week and nobody submitted anything. So, all right, cool. Motion to adjourn. Seconded. All in favor of adjourning this meeting, please raise your hand or do a thumbs up emoji. All opposed, please raise your hand or do a thumbs down emoji. All right, I will see y'all next week.